is just not a town hall meeting. This is the awareness which the Pakistani community needed for the future. I don't know when the first Muslim came into the United States. I have no idea. I'm sure it's over 100 years. I heard the first Pakistani came in 1940s before the Pakistani were found, but later on, where he's from, his family moved to Pakistan. He was an upstate. One thing I remember, it was everyone's dream. They want to hear azan. To hear azan. The first time the Muslim community heard the azan was when our brother passed away, police officer NYPD-PALS. We heard the loud azan on the Konya land. That was the first time. It was not official. It came to the Honorable Mayor's attention. He had a team who just worked for the azan. And I remember Deputy Mayor of now, Kazaki, he made it approved the help of Mayor. And now you can hear the azan on the loudspeaker in Ramadan and every Friday. And I think that's the biggest achievement in the history. I don't know how many mayors came before, and I don't know how many mayors are going to come later on, but this will be remembered for the rest of every Muslim's life. They will remember that, and I think that's a big achievement, and we respect that. Not only that, I remember when Mayor Adam was borough president. There was an incident happened in France. Somebody used a disrespectful word for our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I don't know what to do. I'll pick up the phone, I'll call this gentleman, Deputy Inspector Wahid Akhtar. I said, we need to do a press conference. I don't know what we can do or not. He said, go for it. The next person, Arrogant. There was no other elected official, Muslim, non-Muslim, nobody was standing with us, but this person. And I remember his words, what he said, and I think that will shock everyone. He said it is recorded, we can find it on YouTube. He said he will not step into that country till the leader of that country apologized to the Muslims. Nobody did does that. For that reason, I respect this person and I'm standing with him every time, because nobody done that in the past. There was a handful of people, and that meant a lot, and I remember, I will tell that to my kids, my grandkids. So this is a big thing that you guys didn't know that before. He never advertised that. He don't do that. Because the religious, you don't do that. You don't want fame like that. But he did a lot of other stuff. That's the stuff I know. You guys didn't know that before. So we all witnessed, and I'm sure it's recorded. That's what I'm saying in front of everyone. We need the people like him. Yes. We need to support the people who stand with the broken class people. Because we need to upgrade our class. It's either now or never. I can stand up for the election too and all those things. But what we need people who care about us. Before there was 15 years ago, we don't have that many leaders in NYPD. Now, just a Pakistani community, we have 10 executives. We have 2 deputy inspectors, and I think that's a big achievement. And we've seen it in this era, the last 3 years. And if we got more time, we got more people like that, I think the sky is the limit. One thing, and which I observed as a community member, people complain, this person didn't do this person didn't do that. But in my experience, if you bring anything to the mayor's attention, that will be taken care of. The perfect example is when NYPD-PALS situation happened. His line of duty was denied. We came to the mayor's office, we brought it to his attention, and we all know the result. It took 10 months. Because of him and other leaders, we seen that our brother, he got a line of duty status which he deserved it. He did in his power whatever he can. Now it's up to us. What are we going to do? How are we going to do? What are we going to do? You guys have questions? I'm sure. Ask questions directly. He will answer. One thing about him, he don't shy. He will answer. If you don't have the answer, he got his team. So ask the team. We also have a flight here, Eric Adams.
Please, you don't stand for me. I stand for you. Being mayor is a humbling experience. It's a very humbling experience. You're not black enough, or you're too black. You're not Muslim enough, or you're too Muslim. You're not Jewish enough, or you're too Jewish. You don't help the poor enough. You don't help the rich enough. You begin to understand that your name is not mayor, it's not enough. It's a constant battle. And I'm not a new friend. I do not need a GPS to find Coney Island Avenue. I know this community so well. And I spent many, many years here. I was here in 2001 when the young men of this community were pulled out of their homes, and many were placed on 3rd Avenue in the federal penitentiary. And I could not get anyone to stand with me when I stood on 3rd Avenue and 30-something Street and called for those young boys to be returned back to their communities. I was alone. I was threatened. I was a cop at the time, and people told me, your career's in jeopardy. But I knew it was the right thing to do because I have a son. And I don't know what I would have done if in the middle of the night my son Jordan would have been pulled away. And many of you are prospering right now from this community. But this was not always the Coney Island Avenue. Go back and saw that businesses were decimated after 2001. And people fled, and they no longer wanted to be here in this country because they believed being a Muslim in itself was a crime. And they decided to leave the community instead of being armed. And a group of police officers came to me when we were protecting the city, and they came to me and they said, Eric, we can't even protect our women at home and our daughters at home because they're wearing a hijab. They're being attacked and brutalized as they walk the streets. And I took those officers to my attorney, and we sat down together, and he helped incorporate them for the Muslim society that still is in place today. Still in place today. I became a state senator. And there was a senator named Greg Ball. You go look it up. Senator Ball. He would attempt to talk negatively about the Muslim community. And Greg stated he was going to desecrate the Quran on the floor of the state senate. And then I said, if you do that, I'll knock you out on the floor of the state senate. But it didn't stop there. Someone put out a flyer, kill a Muslim day. Go back and ask your elders about it. And they stated that they wanted to kill a Muslim in the community in the city. And I walked the streets of 3rd Avenue and Bay Ridge with Muslim leaders and stated this would not happen in the city that I'm the borough president of. And you go talk to Brother Najee and Debbie, and they'll tell you of the day of a sister going into Staten Island, and she was on the bus wearing a hijab. And someone threatened her while she was on the bus. we organized and went to that same bus. And we took the bus across the Staten Island Bridge to send a loud message that our sisters in the city, no matter who they are and what religion they are, they will be treated with the respect and dignity that they deserve. So it goes on and on and on. And here you had a candidate that was asked, were they ever in a mosque? And they couldn't even tell you if they were. There has never been a mayor in the city of New York that has been in your mosque more than I have been. No one has been in your mosque. I am not a hidden friend. I'm not a friend that hides when I'm with a community of all communities. And not only that, do your own analysis. Yes, I've been to Africa 7 times. Yes, I've been to South and Central America. Yes, I've been in Europe. Yes. But tell me what other mayor went to Saudi Arabia, went to Jordan, went to Oman. Tell me what other mayor respect your community enough to go and see your community and where you came from. And we were on a trip to go to Lahore, Pakistan, during the explosion to show our support for the people of this community. Commissioner Molina, I have people now who stop me on the street, call me murderer, call me Islamic phobia, call me all of these names because they were not around when I was in the field with them. Many of your children don't know my history. And instead of embracing the person that soldiers side by side with you, they depict me as someone that's against the Muslim community, and they don't look at the wreckage of those who call themselves elected officials and never stood with your community. I've always been here. The record will speak for itself. Go through an analysis and you will ask yourself, where was everyone else when this community was being treated unfairly? I didn't see any of them. I didn't see Brad. I didn't see Zelda Mari. I didn't see Andrew Cuomo. I didn't see Blake. I didn't see any of them. These are new friends. You need to let them know I'm an old friend. I didn't just start coming to this community. And look at this moment. This is such a significant moment. Back during the 90s, during the 2000s, man, you didn't get this. I'm so proud of these brothers from this organization and what you're doing. You didn't see this. We were called a meeting in 2006, 2007, and you're lucky if you had 10 people. And now these brothers have started to recruit. They weren't Pakistani members of the New York City Police Department. They weren't brothers and sisters from the other Muslim community in the department. In fact, they were afraid to join the department because many of your mosques were being infiltrated and people were in there listening to you as you worship. But these brothers took their pain and they turned it into purpose and they empowered your community. And when you reach this level of prominence, you will never go back. You will never go back. It's time for this community with your power and your numbers and your strength. It's time for you to run a candidate for a Senate. It's time for you to run a candidate for assembly. It's time for you to run a candidate for a council. It's time for you to be the district leader. You need to empower yourself. You don't need someone else to empower you. And it's not unique. Every community has gone this way. It's not unique. Every community started out But you cannot accomplish the feat if you backbite and if you pull each other down because of some ideological differences that you have. Everyone disagrees from time to time, but you all want the same things for your community, so you need to unite together around your political strength and your political empowerment. Everyone should register someone to vote. Every family should be registered to vote. Every community resident should be empowered to participate in the political process, because the political process will determine how far your community goes. It's going to determine what your strength is. And you need that strength. Because, let's be honest, you're not going to always have a mayor like me. So the question is, how many mayors been here? Think about it. How many mayors have walked down Coney Island Avenue? How many mayors can you call after a full day at 8:30 p.m. and say, we want you here? Think about it. Think about it. So I want to turn it over to your questions, but I want to tell you something. Hey folks, I'm not perfect. In fact, I'm perfectly imperfect. There's nothing special about me. I've been fortunate and lucky to have people to come together and say, we're going to stand with you. This has been the hardest 12 months of my life, 15 months of my life. I was facing 35 years in prison. Think about that. Just for doing my job. So it's not that I'm not who they want. They want you. I'm just in their way. And I got up every day and I did my job. I fought for you, the working class people of the city. And I'm going to continue to do that. And God see fit for me to do it for another 4 years, and let it be. If not, I know I did everything possible for the working class people of the city from every community in this city. I stood for you all, and I stood in the way of those who wanted to harm you. So now I'll open up to any questions you have.
One more thing I just want to add. I don't know how many of you know the Gracie Mansion. I don't know how many people you visit there. In the past, we didn't have that many invitations. In the past, you may get an email that may invite you, but someone probably gonna call you, no, don't come, you don't have a space. Never happened with this mayor. You can contact directly to his team. We have his team. Commissioner Krasner, he can, correct that right, sir? He will make sure, if we stand up, he will make sure if the mayor invites you, nobody can deny it. You will go see the mayor. Nobody can make a phone call on the side, because he's a people's man. He stands with the people, and we appreciate that.